you feel like Puffy owe you?
Yeah, he should. I think he should look out. He look out for everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Starting to see how it's almost.
What's up, y'all? It's the culture. You already know. So you heard what Keefe D said. He said, yeah, Diddy should look out because he owe him. He owe him for the murder of Tupac and the attempted assassination of Suge Knight. That's why he said that. If you're into this case, you know by now that Diddy put $1 million hit on Tupac and Suge Knight. They got a middleman, both that they know. To the middle of this, dude named Zip. He knows Keefe D and he also knows Diddy, so he's like the middleman of them two. Basically, just the middleman of both of them. And so yeah, man. Diddy got a lot of shit to worry about, man. He really do. Because they wouldn't be just doing this for nothing. I'm telling you that right now. This Keefe D thing has been known for quite some time. So my question is, why now? You know what I mean? They been knew what happened. They don't want Keefe D. Keefe D is a small fry. They could have been had Keefe D if they wanted Keefe D. This shit is just wicked though, man, because this industry is wicked, man. Diddy is probably one of the most wicked of them all. Just with the homosexual shit, this shit. And I think he got his hands in the B.I.G. shit too. That's gonna be another video on the B.I.G. death. Because all of this connects to each other. Like if it wasn't for Pac, if Pac didn't die, Biggie wouldn't have died. I believe that 100%. And you're talking about two of the greatest rappers of all time. Not just two good rappers. Not just two maybe all the time. Maybe these are two well-known, undisputed, are the best. And it's all because of this dude and his greed that both of these young men got killed at such a young age. And it's unfortunate. It really is. And he gets to sit out here and make $1 billion. But I know one thing, he's not happy. Everybody that got money is not happy. Money don't make happiness. And he probably goes through his own issues I know he goes through his own issues every single day. Because you can't do this type of evilness and karma not come bite you in the ass one way or another. You know what I mean? And the fucked up part about it all is well, not the of it all, but one fucked up thing is when Keefe D went to jail, this motherfucker ain't send him shit. After he done did a whole hit, you ain't send him nothing. Keefe D said he ain't even send him a suit. A goddamn 20-cent suit. And he done did all this shit for you and didn't even get the money from the hit. Supposedly Zip kept the money and bought a club with it. Zip ended up passing in 2012 from cancer, I believe. Yeah, he had cancer. So this whole shit, man, just comes back to Diddy. For it all, for everything, though, like. And Diddy also, he had beef with Suge Knight. Well, Suge Knight, let me put it this way. Suge Knight had beef with Diddy because Diddy was involved in his man's getting murdered back in '95 in Atlanta. I'm not even capping, act like I know his name. I think it might have been Wolf. Pretty sure it was Wolf. He was part of the BMF. But Suge wanted retaliation from that. He was on Diddy body for that. For the murder of his friend in '95 in Atlanta. So Diddy tried to, beat him to the punch and have him dead before he come and kill him. And not only that, that was part of the reason. Because a lot of this shit, they killed 2 or 3 birds with one stone. Also, he wanted Pac dead because there's competition for Biggie. You know what I'm saying? It was Biggie and Tupac was like it's competition. Even though it was enough for them for both to eat, but that's just how greedy people think. That's just how, like, it was way enough money and fans for both of them to be successful. Neither one had to die for the other one to be more successful. They both of them are equally successful together, man. But that's just how people think when agreed. They don't use common sense no more. And it's just fucked up, man. It's fucked up because neither one of them deserved to die. They wasn't in none of these beefs. Besides Pac putting his hands on Orlando, but that wasn't for nothing either. Orlando took somebody's death row chain, so that was over something. But Biggie and Pac, they wasn't in like, all this shit was like, they didn't even do nothing. They just living their life, man, and all this shit happened to them. All because of higher up people like Diddy, Suge. Suge really didn't have too much to do with it, but more so Diddy. Really, more so Diddy. And it's just crazy how it's coming now. Like, why now? You know what I mean? Why now? I'm just surprised Diddy ain't tell Keefe D to Ben shut the fuck up. Keefe D been doing all these goddamn interviews. I'm surprised he ain't been shut Keefe D up. Throw him a couple dollars, something. You got this man out here talking about a murder, man. It's a murder, man. Ain't no statute of limitation on a murder. They can bring that shit back whenever. If I was Diddy, I would have been shut Keefe D up a long time ago. I'd have gave him $1 million, probably $2 million. He got Diddy a damn near billionaire. You should have gave that man $1 million. But yo, stop doing these goddamn interviews, man. Because you implicating me on the murder. You put my name in the murder. Man, stop talking about this shit. You need money, huh? Give me some money. Fuck, stop talking about it, man. But see, people think they get so big that they're untouchable. Well, this system and these feds and these higher ups, they show us every time that ain't nobody too big, and they keep receipts. They keep receipts. They might not show their hand at that time, but they keep these receipts. And receipts can be anything: pictures, videos, or information on the murder, all types of shit they can use just to slander you. That's why it's important in your journey in life to keep your nose clean. So can't nobody hold shit over you. If it's some homosexuality shit, or some pictures in compromising positions, or a charge that you supposed to been charged with, but the feds gave you a break or a break, but they can always bring that shit back up. Whatever it is, you done got rape charges or people saying that you done raped them, you know what I mean, but they haven't brought it up yet, but they can bring it up at any time, type of thing. Like, you just want to keep your nose clean, man, so nobody can slander you when you do become somebody. You want to make major moves, like a president or own a business or make major moves. They don't have nothing to slander you with, man. So that's very important, man. Keep your nose clean. And it's just funny because this comes, when they raided Keefe D crib, the day before they raided Keefe D crib, that was when Diddy announced that he was trying to start up the Black Wall Street. This is where it get this, the wickedness and the higher ups come in play. The day before they raided Keefe D crib, Diddy announced that he was trying to start a Black Wall Street global empire thing. And you know how these people feel about empowering blacks, so-called blacks. We're the Aborigines. I hate that term, black, but for the purpose of the video, the day before he announced that he was trying to start a Black Wall Street and empowerment for blacks. The very next day, they raided Keefe D crib. That was to send a message that, okay, you want to do this? Watch how we slander you. Maybe put you in jail and hang a murder charge over you. So keep going along with this Black Wall Street, and we're gonna keep going along with this. Or it might be too late. It might be they going along with it anyway, just because he trying to start that. You know, Jaylen Brown just said the same shit. He trying to start a Black Wall Street in Boston. And if you know Jaylen Brown's a basketball player for the Celtics. He just got the biggest NBA contract in history, which was $305 million for 5 years, which equals out to $61 million per. And the boy can't even go left. But anyways,
today we're gonna dip our toes.
Anyways, so that's crazy. So that's why I'm saying why now. You know what I mean? Why now? And that's why. Because Diddy trying to do something successful. He's trying to do something different. Not successful. He's trying to do something more empowered. To bring more power to, you know, the urban community. So that's the reason of why now. Because now we can start putting the heat on you. Let you know, like, yo, don't forget, we got this on you. What else I want to tell y'all now? I got a couple little snippets I want to show y'all. It's like, this shit is well known. It's not even hidden. Like, everybody knows this. Everybody knows Diddy put a hit on Pac and them. But just the thing is, the only fucked up thing, well, not only fucked up thing about it, but I just don't see how they're going to be able to charge Diddy because they don't have no concrete evidence. You know what I mean? They got hearsay. You know, which is all circumstantial evidence. But Zip died in 2012. Zip would have been the biggest player in this all because Zip is supposedly the one that got the money from Diddy, who was supposed to transfer it to, you know, the Crips, Keefe and them. So that would have played a lot in court if they'd had Zip to testify. But they still got Keefe D. And Keefe D could testify. So I can still see it going down. It will be difficult, more difficult. But who knows what else they got, you know? Who knows what else they got? So I'm gonna just show y'all. And I think Diddy has something to do with when Tupac got shot in Quad Studios when he was in New York. I think Diddy was behind that. He been was trying to assassinate Tupac just to take out the competition, which is stupid because, like I said, there's enough for everybody. Most people that like Pac, they like Biggie too, and vice versa. So just because one person had one fan, that fan could be a fan of both of y'all, which most of us was. Yeah, man. So I think Diddy, man. Diddy. I know Diddy's sweating right now. He's sweating right now. I want to show you this little snippet of when he was on The Breakfast Club.
It was this documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we're not even going to go there with all due respect. But I appreciate you as a journalist asking. Thank you.
Look how nervous.
Because you listen, 7 years ago, I'd have been like, yo, did you hire somebody to kill about? But no, you have to do it like a journalist.
Yeah. No, I mean, we wouldn't even get into nonsense like that. You know what I'm saying? It's nonsense.
Which we never believed, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
It's nonsense. Fuck out of here.
In terms of Keefe, Orlando, and Diddy at this point?
So immediately in the aftermath, Diddy hears about the shooting, finds out that there's, Tupac's been shot and is in the hospital in Las Vegas. And according to Keefe D, he gets a phone call. He's actually with Zip, the intermediary. And they're back in LA, and Zip takes a phone call, and it's Puffy on the other end of the line, hands the phone to Keefe D, and Puffy asks him, man, was that us? Was it, what just happened out there?
Oh, was that us?
He's like, yeah, that's us.
Why would you ask that?
Okay. So then there's that $1 million.
So now there's this expectation of, the $1 million.
So what happens next?
So what happens next is, Keefe D's already under a separate investigation for his ongoing drug trafficking. He never gets a chance to hook back up with Puffy until almost, 6 months later, where he's over at the Peterson Auto Museum when Puffy's back out here with Biggie, and he walks up to him to have a conversation about it. Well, Puffy's aware that the FBI's been watching him out here in Los Angeles, and the last thing he wants to do is be directly associated with this guy that he's had this agreement with to commit a murder. So he tells Keefe, no man, now's not the time, we're good right now. And I got the FBI, I got the feds all over me, was his statement. Keefe recognizes, okay, cool, it's probably not a good idea for us to be, associating in public together. There's a lot of heat on because of the Tupac investigation, both on the East Coast, West Coast, LA, Las Vegas. And so it's just good business not to be, seen in public with a guy that you've conspired to commit a murder with.
So yeah, I just want to show y'all those two clips, and yeah, man, it's ugly, man. Yeah, I think we all can say like, yo, Diddy had his hands in this shit. It's just gonna be how much more does the feds got? How much more evidence do they got? Because I just don't know if this is gonna be enough to convict them. But I mean, goddamn, if they could use Keefe D, I'm saying, because I think Keefe D is the one that killed Pac. So if they can cut Keefe D a deal to get Diddy, because like I said, Keefe D is a small fry. So they cut Keefe D a deal, which is not even giving no jail time. So they won't even give no jail time, but you're gonna have to tell Diddy. I mean, I don't know if he'll do that. He's supposed to be the big homie. But shit, he already told one time, even though I was on a dead man. And plus he don't like Diddy. Diddy stuck him up on that $1 million. They never give him $1 million. They never gave him that money. Never looked out for him when he was in prison. So who knows which way he'll go. I'm out, y'all. Make sure y'all like the channel and subscribe. It's nothing but up from there. It's up and it's stuck, you heard? I'm out. One.